very cardinal in such a way that it is applied in almost all the topics in mathematics. So it's not an optional kind of topic. Please pay attention as we discuss so that you understand every step. This comes in all the papers in mathematics. Well, algebra. Algebra can be defined, can be described in so many ways. But I thought this definition here will be very easy for you to understand. Algebra is the part of mathematics in which letters are used to represent numbers and quantities. In which what? Letters are used to represent numbers and quantities. Now let me take you back, a little bit back in grade 1, grade 2, somewhere there. We were given mathematical sentences or mathematical equations of this nature. When the teacher says 2 plus box is equal to 10, what's the correct answer for the box here? We can recall that it is what? 8. You get the point? 8. That is correct. It's only 8 that can be in this box here for us to get a 10 there. Now, instead of using the box, this level here, we are saying we'll be able to use letters to represent numbers. And also, instead of using the box, we'll say, okay, let's do this. Have you seen? 2 plus x is equal to 10. So we are saying we are using letters to represent numbers and quantities. So this was some of the equations that we encountered during that time. I hope we are following. Now we are not talking about equations here. Let's look at this expression here. We have 3x plus 4. This is called an algebraic expression. This is an expression. The moment you equate an expression to something, look at this. 2 plus x ending here. This is an expression. But when I equate it to something like equal to 10, it becomes what? Equation. Understand those things. So an expression here, you equate the moment you introduce this equal sign to something, it's no longer an expression, but it becomes what? Equation. So now our interest is on this expression here, 3x plus 4. In this expression that you are seeing, each term, so this is a term here, this is a term as well, has a meaning. Let's start with a 4. This 4 here, what does it mean? Any number in an expression without a letter, that number is called a constant. So this 4 here is constant. It's not having any letter. Then we also have these letters here. Have you seen? The letters. In mathematics, we will not be using the word letters, the 26 letters of the English alphabet. We will not be using that word letters. There's a special word that we use in mathematics. What is that special word? The special word for letters. It can be A, B, C, D, up to Z. These will be able to call them variables. So please understand these terms as I'll be using them throughout the discussion. So these are variables. Then any number in front of a variable, that number will be called, like the way 3 is here. So that number will be called the coefficient. Okay? So here, when I say what's the coefficient of x, you will be able to tell me to say, okay, coefficient of x is 3. Okay? Hope we are following. So this is an algebraic expression. These are terms. This is the term. This is the term. So here we have got two terms. The 4 here stands for constant, since it doesn't have the letter or variable. This letter will be called variables. Then the number in front of a variable is the coefficient. We now move on to examples. Algebraic expressions can be simplified. Algebraic expressions can be factorized. Algebraic expressions can be expressed as single fractions. Hope we are together those terms, eh? So, in an algebraic expression like this, I cannot ask you, or in the exam, they cannot say, solve this. No, it can't work, because it is an expression. They can only ask you to solve in what? In an equation, not in an expression. So in expressions, they will only be able to ask you to simplify, to factorize, to express in a single fraction such terms. Hope we are together. So we have this example here which says simplify. Part A, 3m minus 2m. What is the answer? B, 4x plus 3y. What is the answer? We also have C here. Now, before we can look at one after the other, I want you to understand that there are rules that we follow in expressing or in simplifying these algebraic expressions. What are these rules? Well, the rules will bear 4 operations. And when I say operations, I'm talking about these 4. Plus, minus, multiplication, and division. So now the rules for addition and subtraction are the same. Then these also here have got the same rules. The rules here are not the same here. So get me very well. In this video, we'll be able to look at the rules for these two. When should you add algebraic expressions? When should you subtract? What are the rules that you must follow? Number 1, let's look at this. Hope we're together. Let's look at this. 3m minus 2m. What is the answer? Some of you start saying, no, this is 1, others will say m, others will say a lot of answers. But what is the correct answer? Rule you need to pick. You write somewhere. Only add or subtract algebraic expressions that are like terms. Full stop. What have I said? Only add or subtract algebraic expressions that are like terms. And when I say like terms, what do I mean? I'm talking about same letters, or terms that have got same letters, numbers, not whereby you have, here I said we have 2 terms. We have this term, this is one thing, 3x. We also have this term here, 4. Are they the same? The answer is no. This term here has got x. Do we have x here? No. Therefore, what do the rules say? You can't add them. This will remain like that. It's like when I have oranges and apples. Yes, both are fruits, but can I add them? No. I have 2 oranges, 3 apples. I cannot say 5 orange apple. No. Because they are not the same. Hope we are together. But if you have got this side, I've got 2 oranges. On the other side, I've got 10 oranges. Then I'll say 12 oranges. I can add because they are like terms. That is the rule you need to follow. Look at this. I have 3m minus 2m. Are they like terms? The answer is yes. There's m here, there's m here. 3m, 2m. Therefore, they are like terms. In this case, you can proceed and subtract. How do we subtract? Numbers first. You just say 3 minus 2. What's the answer? 1. The letter involved is what? or the variable involved is what? M. So don't forget. So this will be 1m. But is it correct for you to write like that? No. I do not want you to be writing like this 1m. This in mathematics is called repetition. Just like in English language, when you say repeat again, no, we don't say repeat again, because repeat and again, you're talking about the same thing. So in here, this is repetition, 1m. No, but what would be the correct answer? You just say m. So you just say what? M. The answer there is m. Don't write 1x, 1y. Just say, if it's x, you just say x. If it's m like this, you just say m. So this is the correct answer. We look at B. 4x plus 3y. What is the correct answer here? Well, you look at the terms. I've got two terms. 4x this side, 3y this side. Can these two be added? No. There's x here, there's y here. So I can't add them. The answer to this will remain the way it is. 4x plus 3y. And just like that. You can't add things that are not like terms. We now proceed to C. 5a plus 3b minus 2a plus 4b. What do you do? The first thing is for you to rearrange these. You start grouping them like terms must be next to each other. I've got 5a. Do I have another one with the a here? It's here. So I will be able to say 5a, the pair is here, minus 2a. Now, check this. Minus here, minus here. There are those of you, students, with that concept of this one, when you bring this here, it changes. The sign will be positive here. Is this where we apply that concept? No. We don't apply that concept under algebraic expressions. Please, I'm begging you. Only apply that concept of swapping the signs only when you are dealing with what? Equations only. Equations. When it has got equal sign. For example, if this is positive 10, when it crosses the equal sign, it becomes what? Negative 10. That is where we apply. Not here. Don't. You write the signs the way you are seeing them. So 5a minus 2a, then plus 3b, the other pair is here, plus 4b. Like that. Like I was saying, like terms can be added, can be subtracted. So these are like terms. I'll subtract them. What is 5 minus 2? It will give me 3. The letter involved is a. Just like that. On the other side here, I've got plus 3 plus 4, which is positive, or plus 7. So I write plus 7. Letter B, or variable B. Can these two be added? Sometimes in the exam, because of, I don't know, you continue until you write 10AB. No, you can't add these. This is the final answer. Now check out. When you are simplifying algebraic expression, never should you be putting these. That is wrong. We are not dealing with equations here. No, we are not talking about equations here. These are algebraic expressions. You don't need to be putting these. It is wrong when marking. This is wrong. So you just do it in that manner. So in this first part, we'll be able to end here, ladies and gentlemen. But before I go, I have to tell